Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to Three Hammers Podcast. Back again this week. Unfortunately, we didn't get a show out last week. First of all, we weren't all available, and second, there wasn't really anything to talk about. Nothing was going on, and we'd rather put out a show with actual content. You know what I mean? We don't want to put videos out that are going to be half hour, 45 minutes long with nothing really going on. No one wants to watch that. It's not very interesting. So yeah, we decided to give it a miss last week. Back again this week though, because some stuff's actually been happening. We're getting on. The Euros are still going on. There's a little bit of transfer news. Obviously, there's a big out for the club. The tour's starting. So, yeah, we've got quite a bit to talk about this week. Luke's got the agenda. Why don't you get us started?
Right, so as it's still going on, let's have a little chat about the Euros, guys. I don't know whether we've spoke since the England-Iceland game, if you wanted to touch on it. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And that was a long time ago now. It was like nearly over a week ago now, isn't it? Dreadful, wasn't it? Absolutely dreadful. Very funny though. I think it sort of highlighted how bad a manager Roy is, and he had no plan B. And to be fair, I don't think he even had a plan A.
No, I mean same as last time we spoke. I actually didn't watch the game, so yeah, I mean no interest really on my part. But yeah, it's farcical really. To go out to Iceland, obviously it's really funny because when we got Iceland, everyone was saying, "Oh, that's fine. This is give me, straight into the next round." Look what happened, and then they got absolutely battered by France, made it look even worse. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So no, not good. So obviously Roy's gone. Who knows what's going to happen for the future of England? To be honest, I can't see anything really changing. It's been the same for at least the last 10, 15 years. So
apparently, the FA came out and said the only credible English candidate is Sam Allardyce.
I'd agree with that.
I would have him purely because he's not a yes man. That's the only. I don't particularly rate him as a manager, but just because he's not a yes man, I would have him. And Carroll's going straight in the team.
If Allardyce was England manager, I think it'd be terrible to watch, but he'd probably get results. So
yeah, he wouldn't be able to go. We're concentrating on league position because everything is a sort of cup game, really, isn't it? Even the qualifiers, they're all important games, really. Enough of England. That's boring. That happened a long time ago, and we don't see them again until about September now. Let's talk about, before we talk about the main man, obviously, Bono has gone out. I know that was hard for you, Paul.
Oh, it's gutting. I watched the game, and then I had to drive to work, so I missed the whole extra time and penalties. Apparently the shootout was appalling.
Oh, shocking.
It was one of the most entertaining.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it back, but it's really funny because when I was listening on the radio, they were saying apparently Germany had only missed like two, not even penalty shootouts. They'd only missed about 4 kicks. They'd only missed about 4 penalties in like the last 40 years.
Yeah, and competitive. I think it was competitive shootouts. They'd only missed about 2. And then Muller stepped up and missed nearly straight away.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So many misses.
A player we've been linked with, Zaza.
Yeah, and I've took the liberty of taking note and watching him for a couple of games. I wasn't impressed, to be honest. And
the penalty was farcical.
Yeah, like he did a little dance.
And he was obviously
questioned. He was like he's on. Yeah, he was brought on. Did touch the ball.
Penalty.
Yeah, and then he did this weird sort of prance towards the ball. It was odd.
Yeah. So that was Bono out. Obviously Randolph's now gone home, but obviously we'll go into it a bit later. But obviously off the back of his performances, obviously he's heavily linked away with the club now. But we'll speak about that a little bit later. And then on to Dimitri, goal and assist, just keeps on turning up and keeps on delivering. Like again, if there was a dream striker that West Ham could have, it would be Griezmann, because them two, the link-up play and I don't know, they seem to actually really enjoy each other's company as well. Just brilliant together, both of them.
Well, apparently Griezmann's got a £200 million release clause. So get it done, Daves. There you go. Yeah, get it done.
Fantastic player, though. Griezmann and Payet together, fantastic. Another really good goal as well, actually, from Payet.
Took it well, shifted it onto his left, and slotted it in.
Really showing as well. He's so capable. He's so capable with both feet.
Yeah, 8-1 to score outside the box that night as well. Easy money, should have put it on. There's one other player left. His game is against Portugal tomorrow, and apparently he is going to be in the starting lineup tomorrow, if you believe what you read. And that's Ginge. Could see him for the first time in the tournament. Is it?
He came
did
on.
come on against
He
England.
did come on, yeah. He came on right, literally for the last couple of minutes, wasn't it?
But
In the
really,
Belgian game, yeah.
seriously,
Belgian game, yeah.
massive luck to him. I hope they make the final. It'd just be a great story of the year, really. Leicester winning the league, and if Wales go on, even now, if they go out, they're still heroes. Whatever happens now, they're heroes. Just brilliant. I'd love to see Wales France final now.
It's amazing how these players that are sort of picked from, same in Northern Ireland, sort of Championship, League One, League Two,
Yeah.
and when they come together, they're just this amazing force. And
It's the thing. They're a team. They're a team.
Yeah.
England are not a team, and they have a plan. They
That's
know
true,
the
but
plan.
I think that only goes so far. I'd say, yeah, I agree with that. With the Irish clubs, they done well. No, I didn't expect Northern Ireland to win a game. You know, I really didn't. I didn't expect them to get a point. I didn't really expect them to score. They've done fantastic. Republic did well. Wales Wales obviously doing unbelievable. But how much of that is down to Gareth Bale? They have got that one absolute world class superstar.
Yeah, like Lee said it before we went out. I think the loss of Ramsey will be quite crucial tomorrow, because that's another one there. Sort of half. He's bordering on world class, isn't he?
He's been there. Other than Bale, he's been their best player.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you do think with the likes of say for example England, if England did have that one absolute world class superstar, would they have gone on? Do you know what I mean?
Thing with Bale, he's got that know-all, and he's won 2 Champions Leagues. I think he's won the Liga, isn't he?
I think the Belgian result sort of half proved they're not a one-man team though, because like there was just performances all over the pitch that game, like 10 out of 10 all over. But yeah, I do understand. Like if Bale wasn't fit, I think it would take the confidence out of the players. You know that when we lost Dimitri in the sort of middle of the season, like you could tell the players missed him. They missed because they didn't have that player that could just spark something out of nothing. And I think that's a big difference. But who's your winner now? Just quickly before we move on.
I think the winner of the France-Germany game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really look past Germany now, in my opinion. Although France, I was going to say France are looking very good, but I don't know. Germany are just...
They're a machine, and that goalkeeper is just unreal as well. Some of the saves he pulls off. Player of the tournament, in hindsight now? I think I should have put money on Dimitri. I'm quite gutted that I didn't put that 10 on at 25 to 1.
He's up there. I'd say him and Bale are probably standout contenders.
And Griezmann as well, I think.
Yeah, but yes and no, because he hasn't... Griezmann, he scored a couple of goals in the last game. Obviously, he had a few assists, but before that, especially in the group stage, he didn't do anything.
He got dropped, didn't he?
Yeah, he got dropped. He did nothing in the group stage. So I don't know. It's really difficult. I don't think you can really pick a player of the tournament until you see who goes on to win it, because that generally tends to decide it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we spoke about this before. Most of the big names haven't really performed as you would have expected them to. Do you know what I mean?
There still hasn't been a standout striker in this tournament. Still.
Yeah, if you pick one, it's probably someone like Giroud's had quite a good tournament. But hopefully, I don't think he's had a free kick yet, but hopefully we will get to see what we spoke about with Dave a few weeks ago, that Payet versus Neuer. And is that the catalyst of the Real Madrid go, okay, we'll have him.
Well, and he's in with a shout for a golden boot as well, isn't he? I think Griezmann got 4 at the moment.
He's on 3, isn't he? Payet, so yeah. A couple more, he could win it.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about the transfers a little bit later, but I did read today apparently Real Madrid are putting an £85 million bid for Pogba. Yeah,
I was discussing this in work actually with Man United fans, and I think that could be a crucial element, that if they get Pogba, they're not going to buy Payet.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good news for West Ham fans if it comes off anyway.
Yeah.
Just on that one, I'm still struggling to see Pogba.
But at club level, he's fantastic. Like I think he's
still very young as well.
Yeah, and I get that.
He's been overshadowed by Payet.
Yeah, I mean, he is only, 22?
Yeah.
23? He's very young. So, you know, yeah, but I mean, saying that, I wouldn't call him an £85 million player.
No. I was saying to the Man United guys in work, actually, just off subject of West Ham, if they don't get Pogba, you should go in for Kante, and you can get him for about 15 million, and he'll do just as good a job, really. Yeah. Let's move on. Contracts for West Ham, guys. That was the sort of early news of the week. That a couple of players were going to get contracts, and the first one that came out was Mikel Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Your opinions, guys? Does he deserve it after a year?
100%. Of course he does. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely deserves it. I think a bit of it is we're going to play it right back, have a wage increase to keep it sweet. I think there's a little bit of that because what he signed for 4 years when he signed, didn't he? I think, and what's he got?
I reckon he was on I would say I reckon he was on about 30 odd grand a week, possibly 40. And they might have put him up to like 45.
No, I don't think he would have been anywhere near that. Signing from Forest.
That's what I mean. So it would have been quite low on like 25. 30.
No, I think he would have been on about 15.
Oh, maybe.
Seriously, I would have think he'd been on quite low. It wouldn't surprise me to see him now go up to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a fantastic season.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. No one would deny it. He deserves it.
Fully deserves it. Goal scoring from right back most of the season. Fantastic. Just on that question, as we're talking about him, someone put on Twitter, do we have our 20-goal a season striker sitting at right back? What do you think?
I mean, I'm sure he would definitely do a job up front, but he'd probably do a job anywhere. He'd probably be all right in goal. So it just seems one of them players because he's such an hard worker. He works so hard, and that covers for that's why he can play anywhere because he just works so hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him up front, giving him a go.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd score 20 goals a season, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him play striker.
Okay, so that's Mikel's contract. Well done. I'm very happy with that. Next one, guys, was Cresswell, wasn't
Cresswell was today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that the one that come out today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than deserves it. Best left back, one of the best left backs in the country. Brilliant, yeah, well deserved.
Again, I think a bit of that is to put off potential suitors. I mean, he's a Liverpool fan, and I just thinking that one day he'll end up at Liverpool.
Yeah,
maybe now he's got 5 years on his contract. If he sees out most of that, Liverpool won't be interested because of his age, I think. So let's hope that puts that to bed.
But yeah, he started the season a bit shaky after a fantastic season, but then towards the back end, he got back to that real best, didn't he? And he scored an absolutely cracking goal up at Leicester.
Yeah.
So yeah, more than well deserved. Was there another one? Did Bonner get one?
No.
That was it.
Apparent from if you believe what you hear, it sounds like he will sign a new contract when he comes back from international duty, which I would imagine will be sometime early this week.
Is there anyone else in the current squad that you would give a new contract to that deserves it? In your opinion?
Most of them have signed new contracts quite recently, I think.
Yeah, like obviously, yeah. Pyatt signed a recent one.
The only two now. Again, I read this today. That we're still trying to get Oxford and Burke to sign new contracts, and apparently, again, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But with Tompkins leaving, apparently they have told Burke he's going to be the man that they're going to be bringing him in. So, yeah, hopefully they'll be signed up soon as well.
I can't help but think we should, if we bump up Randolph's wages, he might be happy with the Cup, Europa League, goalkeeping role.
Yeah. Kouyaté did sign one recently as well.
Yeah, he signed.
That was important, that one, because for me, he's one of the most important players we've got.
Kouyaté, Adrian, Collins.
Reed signed last year.
Eventually signed in the end, didn't he, last year?
Lanzini obviously has only just signed. Payet just signed a new deal. Asa Antonio. So, I mean, yeah, really, that's pretty much everyone covered. They've done a good job. I think they've done a good job getting everyone tied down.
Would you, I wouldn't personally, but would you put Dimitri on 175 grand a week to be like, there you go? I wouldn't, like I say, I wouldn't personally.
He literally just signed a 5-year contract.
Yeah,
so why would you? Why would you keep going every time he has a good game? Don't get me wrong, he's had a fantastic tournament, but we're paying him for that. So that's what he's supposed to do. That's his job. He's supposed to be having a fantastic tournament. Do you know what I mean? He's just signed a new contract, and I mean, if he wants to go, if he did want to leave and go to Real Madrid, I don't think it'd have anything to do with the money. It'd be because he wants to go and play for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's the prestige.
Yeah,
we'll talk about more of that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the contracts, guys. Some quite sad news, however you take it. Obviously, the news was floating around for a couple of days. Tompkins has now left. He's gone to Crystal Palace. But for me, a really good fee for a player who's been a sort of bit part centre-back for us.
Yeah, probably
He's never
fourth
been
choice.
a consistent starter.
Yeah, probably fourth choice centre-back. if it's, what is it, 10 million with add-ons going up to 13, 12 and a half, 13, something like that. So, yeah, you know, that's not bad. I like Tomkins. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's as good as a lot of people seem to be making him out to be. Otherwise, you know, he would have had bigger clubs than Crystal Palace coming in for him, and he wouldn't have been fourth choice at West Ham. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not that sad to see him go. Everyone seems to be really sad to see him go because he's an academy player.
Yeah, I think it's more that. I think it's the that he's a proper West Ham lad.
But I mean, no, I mean, I'm not fussed about it.
Yeah, the point I made today in work and to like my dad and that was, he's not the defender we need if we want to become what we want to become. He's not a Champions League defender. He's not a Europa League defender as such.
I mean, I was fine with it. The rumour had been around, but then seeing him in a Palace kit today sort of made me feel a bit sad.
Yeah,
but I'll get over it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Like I say, I'm not overly disappointed. But
I can't say I'm bothered. It's not like when Joey left for Chelsea. That was like an heartbreaker. That was, and I was more gutted about Freddie Sears leaving. To be honest with you, you know. I wish James all the luck in the world, you know, and I think it's a good move for him as well because obviously he wanted to play regularly, he wanted first team football. So
he as well. Did you say it, Lee? He's one I can see coming back when he's about 31 as well. You know, like doing what Ginge did, like play a couple of years at Palace and come back to us when we need him. Maybe depends where we are as a club.
Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone. Got it. Sorry. Do you think we need that smattering of? So we've got Noble, who is a West Ham fan. If you look at Man City, the heart of that club has been ripped out.
Yeah, you do need a born and bred hammer in there, like
John Terry at Chelsea.
Yeah,
has sort of carried them.
Well, he's a West Ham fan, John. But Reece Burke is apparently a big hammer, isn't he? He's from Basildon. I think all his family are West Ham, so he could be that guy. Hopefully, we're due a defender to come through, and hopefully he is the guy. Obviously, got rave reviews at Bradford, cleared up all the awards, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and he did all right at the end of last season, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, in a couple of the pre-season games, he scored a couple of goals, didn't he? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Reece and Reece. Maybe we'll get a chance together in one of the games. Who knows? But yeah, there's a good future there. There's some good backup. I don't see Reece Oxford staying at West Ham. I think he's too big time.
I think he will.
He will stay this year, maybe for 2 years, but he'll be gone by the time he's 21. I think.
I don't know. Well, it depends what happens with West Ham, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We could be in the Champions League by then, like tearing it up. You don't know. So I don't know. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to hold on to him. All signs, I think, point to the fact that we are trying to keep our best players now. We're not a selling club now, so I'd be interested. What I think it depends on is whether we can get him to sign a new contract or not.
Yeah. Like I say, I wouldn't personally leave West Ham. I know I'm biased, but as a young player, I wouldn't leave West Ham.
Yeah, well,
you're going to go to Man United and ruin your career. All you're going to Man United for, or Man City's, is that in your pocket. Oh, I can buy another Lamborghini, I can buy another Bentley.
But it seems to show. Sorry, Lee, I was going to say it seems to show that young players are starting to think that, and they do think that about West Ham. If you look at some of the players we've signed, like we signed that kid from Chelsea, did we?
Yeah, the Portuguese guy. Obviously,
Fletcher.
Fletcher's coming in from Man United.
So it does seem to be
City.
Yeah, it does seem to be somewhere that the younger players do want to come and play. So that's good. It's good news.
No, it is good news.
One last thing on the Tompkins point. Can you even tell me the last player we sold that has gone on and done better than what he was doing at West Ham?
Only Carlos, probably.
Tevez, that long ago?
Yeah, someone like Carlos.
Yeah, I don't know. Barami didn't do too bad.
No.
But I don't know. Yeah, no, there's not really been any standouts. But then when was the last time we sold anyone for any amount of money?
The Army. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's come back now and he'll score against us next year. Oh, guys, put your money on Bastiard to score against us, please, on the first game of the season. Let's go into some transfers. Just carrying on the West Ham stuff, obviously, where we've sold Tompkins. Is there anyone in the current team that you would sell that's lying about, a bit of deadwood?
I think Enna's off.
Yeah, I think, yeah, for me, Enna is the big one that needs to go as well.
Yeah, I'm still so gutted because watching him in the Copa America, um, it's been absolutely tearing it up, and it's just
I
so.
mean,
Sorry, go on, Lee.
sorry. I'm convinced he'll go to La Liga and get 25 goals.
He
He
probably
probably
will.
will.
He
He
probably will.
probably will, mate. It would not surprise me at all. Um, yeah, I think was it Lazio that's linked with him today? Around the sort of 10 to 12 million mark. Good price. That would have been what 24 million in on two players. That's good deal. That's
Yeah.
halfway towards that striker that we're going to get on players that we don't really need. 12 million on players that don't really get in the team.
We're
That's good.
desperately going to need to bring in a striker soon, though, because
Yeah.
if assuming Valencia does go, Sacco's on the missing list. I don't know where he is.
Yeah,
Um,
he's got a stomach bug.
yeah, so I mean, it seems like Sacco's gone as well. We're left with Carroll, who's obviously unreliable to stay fit, and
Kids, probably, isn't it?
that's it.
The thing with Carroll, I'm not going to go on too much about him, but this looks like he's in pre-season. He hasn't had a pre-season for 4 years. He's never had a pre-season at West Ham. He's been injured, so hopefully he'll have these pre-season, and we'll see that £35 million striker.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Hope so.
As Flav has said, he had to clean up his lifestyle, and it does seem like you don't see him on the beers as much anymore. He seems like a real family man now, actually. So hopefully, like you say, Lee, he's living a healthier lifestyle, and we see the better of him. And I hope that you don't want to see a West Ham player do bad.
No, of course.
And in parts of last season, especially towards the end, there were points where he showed his real class.
I mean, he should have been go back to England again, and we've said this a million times. But how desperate were they for Andy Carroll at the end, just to throw a ball in the box?
Yeah.
He'll win your headers. Where was that?
Remember, guys, anyone that's watching this is not biased West Ham fans saying this about Andy Carroll. This is like a lot of pundits are saying they needed Andy Carroll. It's not just us. Like, remember, Paul has his opinions about Andy early on, and I had my opinions. Only Lee was saying that he was world class, and he scored an hat-trick the next game. Anyone else, guys? Yourself, current side, current 11?
No, not really. I don't think
we're
we
still
could
short
afford
of
to.
fullback.
Yeah, we're still short. Well, we're
What
short.
we need, and these aren't available everywhere, someone like Azpilicueta who can play left and right, because we're so short. If Cresswell gets injured, I think Bonner's the backup.
Yeah.
The left back.
Yeah. The game he actually played for Italy, he was shocking, Bonner. I think it was the Ireland game. Don't get me wrong, like, Italy played a lesser team then, but he looked really out of sorts. But I think you do, when you're playing next to quite possibly the three best defenders together in the world, Bonucci, Brazzaghi and Chiellini.
Chiellini weren't playing in that game. He came in for Chiellini.
That's what I mean. Like, when you're with them and you see them play, you're gonna look bad because them three are just unbelievable. Like, they're probably the best defensive unit in the world. Them three together. On outgoings, let's talk about the transfers news of players outgoing. Obviously, we said we'd discuss it. Is Randolph? Randolph obviously linked with £3 million move. If anyone meets that sum, I wouldn't hold it against him. We've said a few weeks ago, didn't we, that we think he's a lot better than a second choice goalkeeper, but maybe not yet our first choice goalkeeper.
I'm trying to think where in the Premier League he'd go and go straight into a side. Bournemouth, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere like that. I don't know who's Hull's goalkeeper is, but somewhere like Hull.
They've got McGregor. He's decent. He's a decent keeper.
It would be that sort of level.
Yeah.
But there aren't that many
I don't
teams.
know. Have Everton signed a replacement for Howard yet?
No.
Someone like that, maybe somewhere like that. Everton, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be quite gutted to see him go. Actually,
I would. Yeah.
Some very good performances for us. As you said again, I think it was about 2 videos ago, Paul. You said he got given his chance in the last 3 games, and is that the real Randolph?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he did concede a lot of goals in them last 3 games.
Yeah, there were a few goals he conceded where I did think Adrian would have saved that.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, like you say, I don't think he's good enough to replace Adrian, but he is, I think, probably too good to be a backup as well, to be sitting on the bench. So. Yeah. You know, you wouldn't begrudge him. I'd be sad to see him go. But if he wanted to go for regular football, then you wouldn't begrudge him that. So
definitely. Okay. What about next on the line, guys? Obviously, players we've been linked with that have gone elsewhere. Obviously, we have now missed out on Bastiai. Big shame because Jack did say it was more or less nearly all agreed.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea came in. So be it, basically. I did see a quote though that I've come here for Champions League football. Not this season, Mitchy. You're going to have to wait at least another year.
Yeah.
That. But don't get me wrong, you've got. I have to say, Chelsea. Just off the subject again, looks like they've got a fantastic manager. I think they're a good outside bet for the league. Actually,
It must be a Bilic a bit. Conte always pointing.
yeah,
always directing the play.
as well.
Very, very good manager though. Very, very good manager. I think Chelsea will do really well this year.
Yeah, Lacazette, guys. I don't think he's going to come now. I think he's rolled on. But again, I think it was Paul or Lee said it. I can't remember. It could be one transfer just sparks off everything. Someone goes Juventus, he goes there, he goes there, he goes there. One transfer is going to spark everything off.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen with him, because it seems like I don't think Leon have to sell now. But it's just getting ridiculous. It's getting to the point now where, I mean, the thing is it's all rumours. You don't know how much of this is actually true, but it seems like we want 32 million, we bid 32 million. We want 37 million, we bid 37 million. We want 40 million, we bid 40 million. Oh, we want 42 million, we bid 42 million. Where does it stop? You know, there has to be a point. Yeah, I want us to sign Lacazette, but there has to be a point where you just turn around and say, look, you're just taking liberties.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know what's going on with that. I think it might just be them and their chairman just having a laugh, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've missed out on, again, I didn't think he was going to sign, but we've missed out on Ibra as well. Definitely we'll be taking a trip to Old Trafford just to go and see him play live. It's great to see him in the Prem. Shame it's not at West Ham. But yeah, we've missed out on him. I believe we missed out on a right back as well. Belgian right back this week. It was Munier, yeah.
Got the
Can't remember where he
PSG.
went.
PSG.
Yeah, that's another one we missed out on.
Van der Wiel as well, we were linked with.
Yeah, Gregory Van der Wel as well.
Musa, who signed for Leicester.
Yeah,
apparently
Musa,
turned
yeah,
down
we're linked with him.
Southampton
So-
Palace.
Milik, the what's his name? Milik did okay in Euros for Poland. Him as well.
Oh,
Apparently, we were
Has he
linked
gone
with.
somewhere?
I'm pretty sure he's.
Yeah, I liked him.
The striker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gone somewhere. I'm sure I read that, or it might be agreed. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're getting down this list now.
I was going to say, it's becoming a common theme. We're linked, we've agreed, they've gone. One transfer, I am quite happy that if it is true that Crystal Palace have bid like 30 odd million for Christian Benteke. If I was Liverpool, I would be biting their hand off and driving him down there. But yeah, but again, if he goes, then like you start getting even further down.
Yeah, that's another one off the list. Janssen, who's apparently our main target now. He wants to go to Tottenham. So
Bonnie's still there.
Sorry?
Bonnie.
I mean, you're starting to get to the names now where
Probably on the 5th page.
yeah, if we signed a Bonnie now, you'd be thinking, what is this?
Yeah,
You
now
know?
I want, out of all the players we've been linked with, looking at their stats and stuff, I think I would like Icardi or Bacho, I think. Icardi's a 1 in 2.
Icardi's probably the best of all the players that we've been linked with. He's better than Lacazette.
Yeah, he's fantastic goal.
So I'd be amazed. But what did I read? I think I read that we'd bid something stupid like 20 million or 15, 20 million. And they've said straight away, no, we want 42, which is what we bid for Batshuayi, was it?
Yeah,
42 million euros.
About that.
So if that's what they want, don't muck about trying to up it every couple of million. If you want him, and they've said that's how much we want, pay it. I still don't think he'd come to West Ham.
But you've got to show ambition.
Yeah, if we've already shown, see, this is the thing as well, because we've already shown our hand, which we might talk about this later as well, because we've already shown our hand and we've said, right, yeah, we bid 42 million euros on Batshuayi, we bid 42 million, nearly 50 million euros on Lacazette. Any striker that we go for now, that's how much we want.
Yeah, that's the starting price.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's going to
be... I am getting a bit nervous. Again, we'll talk about this, probably touch on this in a minute, but I'm getting a bit nervous about being left behind and missing targets, I have to say. Like I was saying...
Pella is another one.
Sorry, mate.
Pella will be linked with.
Yeah, got some Pella. Giroud today as well from Arsenal. I can't see that, but would be a fantastic signing, Giroud, if he came off. I have to say, like the amount of balls we put in the box, and it seems like Slavan loves a winger, so that will be our game. I think next year, 4-3-3, with the two wingers. So you do need a big target man like Giroud or Carroll to play there.
Yeah, Tor still dragging on, obviously.
Yeah, but I reckon that is the one. If you've seen guys on Twitter today, Jack did put out that a player will sign in 3 days. I think that will be him now. I think the money we got from Tompkins will be able to just pay it now. Like they wanted the cash, didn't they? Flat out. So we could probably just go, bosh, there you go. That's that money. That's done.
Do we know the fee?
It's about 12.
About 12, yeah.
Yeah, it's about.
I think that we originally agreed that, but then we changed our mind, as we've done so many times before, and said actually no, we want him on loan instead. And Besiktas said no, don't be silly.
He's a very highly rated player. Just go and pay the money.
Yeah.
12 million is not a lot of money in today's market either. Like really, 12 million is what like Man United players. They're gamble players. Them sort of players. Another link, guys. Another winger. Again, I said Slavan loves a winger. Balassi is highly linked.
It seems like if we don't get Tor, we'll go for Balassi. That's what it seems like.
Who would you prefer? I really do like Balassi as well.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't say because I haven't seen enough of Tor play. So, I mean, to be honest, I'd be happy with either of them. I'd be happy
Balassi and Antonio are very similar in the fact that it's sort of head down, kick it in front of you and run. And get a crossing or score a goal or something. I like him, Balassi, but...
Yeah, I like all the Palace boys, actually. Zaha, Punchin and Balassi. I think they're all very good players. But, yeah...
They sound Townsend as well, haven't they, Palace?
Yeah, no, they're definitely showing some intent.
Yeah.
And Mandanda, whoever you say it, the French
That's a fantastic signing.
If Benteke comes as well, as much as we don't want him, it's a fantastic signing for Palace and how far they've come as a club.
£2 million for Steve Mandanda as well. That's just unbelievable because he is probably one of the top 10 goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah,
he's a fantastic goalkeeper. So I think they're going to be one to watch.
Well,
he's
only kept out of the France team from Lloris.
They're definitely going to be a team to watch next year.
Yeah. So that's it on transfers, guys. At the minute, thankfully there has been some news this week. Couple of things that come up. Actually, this because we said we was going to talk about it, let's talk about that first. So what are your opinions, guys, on our transfers, the way the club have dealt with it and the way we've shown our cards very early? What are your opinions, guys? Like, I watched the video from West Ham Fan TV by Nicky, and I totally agree with everything he said about our club are too open. We say how much we've got, we say what we want. What do you think on that, guys? I totally agree with Nicky, what he said on that.
I think Twitter's to blame because you've got people who are in the nose who put out information, and then when the chairman's son's on Twitter, they're going to get abuse if they're saying blah 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 blah. So just to keep those people happy, they kind of put the information out. I think there's a bit of sort of chicken and egg.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like I'm really grateful for all the information we get, and I actually do think it's great that we do get that level of him. Like there is that. It kind of makes a connection between the board and the fans. Do you know what I mean? Rather than them just being faceless people in an office somewhere. And I do think that's a good thing. And I do think it's a good thing that they communicate with the fans. But at the same time, yeah,
does too much get leaked? Yeah,
I think that's the thing. There needs to be a sort of how much do you let out? Like I say, talking about, and I can understand it because we all do the same sort of thing. You get a little bit excited. Sullivan comes out and says, "Oh, we're going to spend 20 million. We've got a 25 million bid in here. We've got a 20 million bid in here. We're going to sign a 20 goal season striker." There's no need to really say that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they need to be spouting figures around.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you are, like I said earlier, you're just letting everyone know how much you've got to spend. So then that becomes the starting price for anyone you bid for. I don't think that's...
And I think the comments like we need a striker, we need this. Like, we know what we need as fans. They know what we need. The rest of the world doesn't need to know how desperately we need. Like, they don't need to know that Valencia's going yet, and they don't need to know that Sakho's been playing up. Again, the club might not leak that stuff. I don't know.
Yes, it's interesting. One thing I don't really agree with is the bowling insider. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, it's one thing having opinions, and like I'm sure a lot of clubs do it. Maybe if there are a few in the nose, you know, if the club wants to leak a bit of information to them to put out there, fair enough. But having an actual, like, I don't even know what you call it, a rumour / gossip thing on the club's official website. I don't know. That seems a bit unprofessional to me.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I mean, if you're going to do it, then just come out and say it's one of the chairmen saying it. Why have you got to say it's the Bowling Insider? And like, I don't know. That's a bit weird. I don't really get that.
There's just a question on that, guys, from Taylor White. It says, what would you like to see differently from the club moving forward? I think it's like sort of a good time to answer that question as we're on that sort of topic. Like I say, for me, I wouldn't be as open, but I would still keep the contact with Jack. I think little Jack, what he does is very good. It reaches out to the young fans as well. Lower price season tickets are brilliant. But in terms of change, like I say, it's keeping it a little bit more professional. Maybe get a bit more Daniel Levy-like, a bit more stubborn. What about you guys? What would you change going forward?
Anything, Lee?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's quite a lot that went on with the stadium and things like that you know I didn't really agree with. But as far as actually day-to-day running of the club, transfers, you know, you can't really argue. They've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
There's a few things they probably could have handled better with regards to the whole stadium move and all the rest of it, and what they did selling off the bowling and things like removing the gates without telling anyone and little things like that, you know. But I mean, like I say, on the whole day-to-day running of the club, I don't think there's anything really to complain about at the minute.
Right, guys, next topic. Right, the away shirt is out. You can now pre-order the home shirt, but some of us have seen the leaked pictures, some of us have seen the mock-ups that people have made. It's not been officially seen on the website or anywhere. What is your opinion on pre-ordering the shirt before you've actually seen it?
It's disgusting. It's a disgrace. It's to ask people to pay 55 quid for something that you can't even see. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is a bit wrong. Obviously, they know people are going to buy the shirts, but like I say, it probably is that shirt that we've all seen. But yeah, I think it's a bit wrong not being able to see it.
Yeah, I mean, what I think's... Yeah, I agree. I do agree. But then at the same time, if anyone wants to pay for a shirt they haven't even seen yet, then that's you know, if you're the sort of person that wants to spend money blindly, then that's your own fault. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
I don't understand is this big mystery around the shirts. Most other clubs, they just say that's our home and away shirts. With us, there's this big build-up and like
Ray Winston comes out and gives it
just
it's their time and all this crap.
Oh, my dicky dirt.
Just come out and start selling the bloody things.
No, I agree completely. I have no idea why we do it so different. Most
shirts are seen just as the season ends, really.
Yeah, we're always one of, if not the last club to reveal the shirts. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I do know why. It's because they want people to keep buying the old shirts. You know, they're still selling these for about £35 each. Yeah. That's disgusting. When the new shirt is literally coming out in a week or so, the season's done. These should be going for like 15 quid.
Yeah, 10 or 15.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's disgusting that they're still selling these for sort of £30-35 a shirt. That's ridiculous.
Have you been to the shop yet, Lee?
No, I plan to go over soon. But
yeah, I've not been.
I've
seen most of the new training gear and stuff like that. I think it's very, very nice, the training gear, actually.
I want my West Ham coffee.
Yeah, I've got to say, the pictures and the videos that other West Ham fan channels have made, it looks amazing. It really does. Like that coffee shop, the actual fact that you can go in the shop and personalise all your mugs and pens and all that stuff. It looks brilliant. And I look forward to going over there for the Juventus game and actually looking around the shop. Or maybe before then, if the Europa League's then. But yeah. Okay, next on the thing, guys. Last little thing for this week. American tour. Obviously, we kick off tonight, I believe, at 3 a.m. Again, I don't know much about the club. I tried to film a little preview video. I did a little bit of research, but there weren't much to sort of talk about. All I know is that Tyrone Mears plays for them, former Hammer, and Clint Dempsey plays for them as well, with sort of a Premier League legend, really.
Yes. It's Seattle Sounders, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
What I don't. I think does the American season run different? Are they in the playoff stage or something at the minute?
Yeah, I did in the preview that I did make that we didn't put out. They basically, they won. I think they won their conference, won the sort of western side of their division, and then they went out in the semi-final of the playoff, I believe.
Right. Yeah, because I do know the actual MLS season's still going on.
Yeah.
So I only saw that today. I thought it was a bit strange that we were going over to play friendlies when the season's still going.
Yeah.
But no, if that's obviously the reason. So
It's just a big PR exercise, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Just
try
out
to get
there.
fans,
It's good
American
for the
fans.
players.
It's good. No, it's a good thing. Yeah.
It's nice for the players. Like they've just come back from obviously 5-6 weeks off to go to America, have a jolly up with the lads, play some non-competitive football. It's good for the club, really. It gets us out there in America as well. It's a shame we're not playing someone like LA Galaxy or one of the real big boys like New York.
Again, though, they're all still playing. That's what I mean.
Oh,
so
right.
I actually was watching yesterday. New York, the two New York teams were playing each other. I have to say as well, PLO still got it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Frank actually gets terrible reviews over there, does it? And they got David Villa as well, haven't they?
Yeah. It's PLO, Lampard,
Villa.
Villa.
They're like a legends team.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for the club. Exciting, actually. One thing I would love to take from the MLS, I would love to see it over here, is the All-Star game. I would love to see like South versus North, Premier League All-Stars at the end of the season. I think that'd be great for football. But whether we ever do take any of that NBA, MLS sort of on, it'd just be brilliant. They could do it for charity.
It'd be great to see, but then you get into the whole like they're already talking about we need a winter break. And then, they were already talking before. I don't know if you remember, but they were talking a couple of years ago about playing a 39th fixture in America. So, I mean, I don't know. There is maybe that actually would be a decent opportunity to do something like that. But I mean, then you just start saying, is it too much? I mean, travelling.
Yeah, I would just love to see it though. It could be. I know the Charity Shield is currently the season opener. But it could be the season opener or the season end.
Yeah, it'd be good to see from the fans, but from an actual club's perspective, I don't know how happy they are.
I don't think they would like it as clubs. But something I like about the NBA and the MLS is something that's really nice touch for the fans.
Can you imagine if they did, during the All-Star weekend and they do the competitions, 3-point competition and dunk competition. Imagine if they did a football version of that.
Yeah, like free kick competition.
Yeah, free kick competition, freestyle skills competition or something.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. It's something nice that they give back to the fans over there. I really do like that. It's a nice touch. Not many questions this week, guys. And I'm sorry if you did ask a question. I know Stacey asked a question and West Ham Banter Page, our big partner, asked a question about the contracts and what players we think deserve one. I hope that we've covered that earlier in the video. Your questions. I don't really see the point of answering it when we already have answered it earlier on. The only question, guys, is a really funny one. What would you rather fight? 20 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? There you go. Thanks for the West Ham related question.
Well, I would fight 20 horse-sized ducks. No, wait. No, that's the other way around, isn't it? I'd fight 20 duck-sized horses. Yeah. 20 duck-sized horses, because they're just little, aren't they? If they're only about that big. Although ducks ain't that small, are they? I don't know. If you think a horse is about that big, right?
And there's 20 of them running at you.
Oh, yeah, but they can't... what are they going to do, really? Right? If a horse is only that big, his head's only about that big, right? So they can't really bite you, can he? You just kick it. Kick it and it's away. It's gone.
Ride it.
Can you imagine a giant duck coming after you? That'd be scary. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, aggressive ducks anyway.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I think I'd go with that. The 20 horses, I think.
What about you, Lee?
Yeah, mini horses. Yeah.
I'd like to take one as well, actually, and bring it home. It can live in the house, run around and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's thanks for that question, guys. Obviously,
Great question.
You on that, guys. Actually, with question, you don't have to wait for me or Lee to put that tweet out. Send your question. You can literally send them in all week. Just send them in. I scroll through Twitter before we go live. Just send them in whenever you want. We'll put them in there.
Yeah, and ask us whatever you want as well. Don't feel like you have to stick to West Ham. If you want to ask us questions about ourselves or whatever, or stupid questions about horses and ducks, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, keep the funny ones. It's nice, like Lee's quick fire sort of stuff. If you've got some of them, I don't know, coffee or I don't know, tea. Trying to think random there. that's it for this week, guys. Ahead of next week, guys, if you don't know, we're going to discuss it next week. But just if you don't know, Friday the 15th is the Europa League draw. Please check it out. We'll discuss it more next week. Check out our West Ham Banter page. They're so close to 15,000 likes on Facebook. They're going to run a massive competition with us. I can't tell you what it is yet, but I do know what it is, and it's a really fantastic prize. Check out all the other West Ham guys on Twitter that have helped us out. If you've not checked out our interview with Dave Sullivan, it was a fantastic show a few weeks ago. Big thank you to Lee and Paul as always. I'll be back with my reviews and previews very soon. I actually can't wait. I can't wait to get on with the previews for the Juventus games, the Chelsea game. I can't wait. Paul's coming over very soon to film some fun stuff where we challenge each other and watch the Juventus game together. Yeah. Keep believing, guys, for a great, great season. Keep believing that we don't miss out on a massive, massive striker. Come on, you Irons. Let's go.
Cheers.